This worrying evidence reveals how the condition of narcissists gets worse with age. Thanks for tuning in to another video with me. Today, we're delving into a question that's been making the rounds. Do narcissists become more problematic as they age? It's a scenario many find themselves in, stuck in relationships with narcissistic individuals. And breaking free isn't always straightforward. Sometimes it's due to shared children from previous involvements with the narcissist, familial ties, or residual bonds from past traumas. But the burning question remains: as narcissists grow older, do they mellow out or escalate their behavior? Here's the scoop. Regardless of age, narcissists perpetually crave validation and admiration to feed their ego. However, as they accumulate more years, these older narcissists often resort to more destructive tactics to fulfill their desires. They derive satisfaction from inflicting pain and witnessing others suffer, convinced of their invincibility due to their age. In essence, yes, narcissists typically deteriorate with age. Instead of maturing and becoming more serene, they amplify their tendencies towards hostility, manipulation, sensitivity, anger, and entitlement. Thus, aging doesn't refine them. It exacerbates their negative traits. This video aims to equip you with insights into narcissism and why aging tends to exacerbate their behavior. It serves as a guide to making informed decisions to shield yourself from the havoc that can wreak on your mental and emotional well-being. There are 3 primary reasons why aging hits narcissists hard, and they're all interconnected. As they grow older, it becomes increasingly challenging for them to obtain the validation they crave. When they're unable to satisfy this need, it triggers a cascade of distressing thoughts and emotions within them. With a dwindling supply of ego boosts, they become emotionally fragile and susceptible. So it ultimately boils down to the concept of narcissistic supply. We'll delve deeper into why aging amplifies their troublesome traits, so you can stay informed and safeguard yourself. Stick around. In the realm of aging narcissists, we witness the gradual erosion of their superficial supply. As the years pass, their capacity to uphold the facade of self-esteem, built upon society's shallow values, begins to crumble. Throughout their lives, they've drawn pride and validation from external, materialistic measures such as acclaim, power, and control. Life experiences profoundly influence one's sense of self-worth and identity, emphasizing the significance of a nurturing, emotionally attuned environment. In stark contrast, narcissists lack this emotional depth and anchor their self-esteem to superficial pursuits like wealth, ostentatious possessions, grandeur, or social media accolades. Their sustenance hinges on the validation they extract from their immediate social circle, fostering a dependence that weakens with age. While adept at manipulation, their tactics lose efficacy over time. Superficial markers like appearance, social status, and fleeting relationships become increasingly fragile, rendering them more susceptible as they age. In the narrative of aging narcissists, we witness the agonizing decline of their coveted supply. As they grow older, the deprivation of attention and adoration, essential components of their narcissistic supply, triggers a torrent of anguish, emotions, and insecurities. This supply, crucial for emotional regulation, stems from unmet needs for validation and support during tumultuous childhoods marked by neglect or abuse. The absence of validation from primary caregivers leaves enduring scars on their self-worth and cognitive development, resulting in a surplus of distressing thoughts and emotions that challenge their ability to manage them effectively. With advancing age, narcissists transition from seeking approval from caregivers to seeking validation from the broader community. However, Their narrow focus on superficial and materialistic pursuits impedes their ability to construct meaningful identities that offer genuine fulfillment. As their fabricated personas lose potency over time, the growing scarcity of narcissistic supply exposes vulnerabilities in their emotional armor. The agony of unmet emotional needs intensifies, posing a grave threat to their emotional stability in later years. In the realm of aging narcissists, we witness their increasing fragility and vulnerability. As they grow older, accumulating narcissistic supply, especially in their twilight years, becomes a Herculean task, endangering their mental well-being by dredging up unpleasant memories and emotions. This vulnerability renders elderly narcissists defenseless when faced with a narcissistic injury, stripping away their inflated sense of self-importance, uniqueness, and superiority. Left grappling with their own distressing thoughts and emotions, they're besieged by feelings of inadequacy, unlovability, worthlessness, and weakness, which strike with remarkable potency. Lacking the emotional competence to navigate such crises, narcissists often descend into hostility, fury, resentment, vindictiveness, and even melancholy. Expect manipulative behaviors like narcissistic fury, taunting, and stonewalling from a wounded narcissist, making interaction with an elderly narcissist particularly challenging as they exhibit their worst traits. Now, let's unravel the intriguing topic of aging narcissists and the unveiling of their facade. As they age, their physical appearance undergoes a transformation that transcends mere aging. It becomes a reflection of their inner turmoil. The once immaculately polished mask they wore begins to crack with the passage of time, exposing their jealousy and hatred towards those astute enough to discern it. A hallmark of narcissists is their inability to forgive or relinquish their deep-seated anger and bitterness. With advancing years, their ability to convincingly portray themselves as heroes or victims wanes. Instead, their countenances bear the weight of a somber disposition, mirroring the inner emptiness, despondency, and vindictiveness that lurks within. Their eyes, once vibrant, become windows into their souls, or rather, the absence thereof. Interestingly, despite these outward signs, there persists a tendency among many to view the aging narcissist through the lens of sympathy, perhaps perceiving them as helpless elders. It's a paradox worth exploring, how their external presentation clashes with their internal reality. Now, let's switch gears and summarize today's journey. We've delved into the question of whether narcissists become more harmful as they age, exploring the intricate dynamics of narcissism in relationships. We've considered the impact on children, familial ties, and the lingering effects of trauma bonding. The verdict: indeed, narcissists tend to escalate their negative traits with age, displaying heightened levels of hostility, manipulation, sensitivity, anger, and entitlement. In the latter part of our discussion, we've outlined 3 key factors contributing to this decline. Firstly, aging narcissists struggle to maintain an adequate level of narcissistic supply. Secondly, the loss of this supply triggers a cascade of distressing thoughts and emotions. Lastly, this scarcity results in emotional instability, leaving them highly vulnerable. In essence, we've uncovered the underlying cause of the deterioration seen in elderly narcissists: the dwindling availability of narcissistic supply. Armed with this understanding, you're better equipped to navigate the complexities of interacting with aging narcissists and make informed decisions to safeguard yourself. Thank you for embarking on this exploration with us, and we invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. If you found this discussion valuable, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for future videos. Until next time, stay informed and empowered. And lastly, it's crucial to recognize that narcissists, particularly as they age, become increasingly fragile and vulnerable. With time, narcissists find it more challenging to gather enough narcissistic supply. When faced with a narcissistic injury, they're left to grapple with their own tumultuous thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Instead of their once inflated sense of importance, uniqueness, and superiority, narcissists often descend into hostility, fury, resentment, vindictiveness, and even melancholy. Protecting yourself from the detrimental influence of narcissists entails identifying and distancing yourself from them. By comprehending the factors contributing to narcissistic deterioration with age, you can safeguard your innermost thoughts, feelings, emotions, needs, and overall well-being. Narcissists may use rationalizations to inflict harm and devastation upon you. Thank you for watching. Please share this video with friends and family to assist others like you in discovering our channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and enable notifications to stay updated on new videos. Now, on to the main topic. Narcissists as remorseless predators who derive pleasure from others' suffering. Narcissists thrive on receiving praise from others. They garner narcissistic supply from various reactions, whether positive or negative. Thus, praise, affection, attention, adoration, rage, frustration, and pain all serve to bolster the narcissist's ego. Narcissists may react poorly when they're not the center of attention. Hence, they fear your success may threaten their status, even if it rightfully belongs to you. Statements like, "Your luck was just chance," or "I hope you lose it all," uttered by narcissists, reflect their envy and reveal their immaturity despite their outward appearance of maturity. Envious, deceitful, self-destructive, and resentful, narcissists dismiss your efforts as mere luck, viewing any reaction from you as a victory that allows them to further disrupt your life. They show little concern for the energy and resources they drain from others in pursuit of their desires, demonstrating a selfishness that knows no bounds. Narcissists are adept at achieving their aims without resorting to outright aggression or overt accusations of wrongdoing. What else can one expect? This is how narcissists treat their victims. In today's video, we're diving into the complex world of narcissists, seeking retribution for perceived betrayals of their narcissistic supply. Narcissists are highly sensitive individuals, and their triggers can vary widely. Something as seemingly innocuous as the tone of your voice could lead them to abruptly cease communication with you. If you fail to respond to their messages promptly, they may inundate you with texts until they receive a reply. Resistance to their demands can provoke fits of rage, a hallmark of narcissistic behavior. Depending on their ever-shifting mood, narcissists can find fault with anyone, turning even the most trivial disagreements into heated arguments where your words may inadvertently shatter them. Narcissists who refuse to relinquish their supply may resort to emotional manipulation tactics, such as employing the silent treatment or withholding affection. They may ignore you, refusing to engage in conversation, leaving you feeling isolated and uncertain. They might demand time to prepare before taking your call, viewing any delay as an agonizing ordeal. In their minds, they believe you are suffering and are annoyed by your perceived weakness. Narcissists derive a twisted sense of satisfaction from tormenting their victims, viewing it as a demonstration of their control over their source of supply. They repeatedly test their victims' resolve, hoping to break them down and coerce them into complying with their demands to regain their affection. Narcissists are most dangerous when their victims are isolated, ensuring that their influence remains unchallenged. Consequently, victims often find themselves only discussing the narcissist in their lives as they struggle to navigate the turbulent waters of their relationships. Narcissists employ the silent treatment relentlessly, wielding it as a tool to ensure their victims will do anything to avoid abandonment. They often maintain an air of aloofness and reserve around one person while appearing jovial and engaging with another. Once they've succeeded in emotionally isolating you and extinguishing any desire to confide in others, narcissists will exploit any available source of supply to satisfy their desires. They derive pleasure from your discomfort, hostility, confusion, despair, and anger, reveling in your silence as they drain your emotions indefinitely. Juggling multiple tasks simultaneously, they perceive this as a validation of their narcissism, while viewing your reaction to their inaction as punishment. When we reject narcissists, they react with indignation, unable to tolerate being ignored or considered less important than they believe themselves to be. If they were to face consequences for their actions, narcissists would find it intolerable. In the face of emotional starvation, they become perplexed and frustrated, unable to comprehend why their tactics have failed. Narcissists erroneously perceive others as stronger than they truly are, further fueling their determination to manipulate and control. To shield ourselves from the manipulative tactics of narcissists, we must emotionally detach ourselves from their influence. They seek to inflict harm upon us in various ways, making us feel inadequate, causing financial losses, inducing illness, or inflicting suffering in any form. This serves as yet another compelling reason to sever emotional ties with narcissists and avoid becoming ensnared in their web of manipulation. For narcissists to cease inflicting wounds, we must assert our authority and refuse to succumb to their manipulation. Their emotional games are a product of our choices, and we have the power to reject them. As you reflect on this video, I hope you've gleaned valuable insights. Feel free to share your thoughts and personal experiences on this topic in the comments below. Your patience in listening is greatly appreciated. Stay positive and resilient. Thank you.